Let me see. Sorry for the delay. I know I said I'd be live at 7:30, but yeah, I was just sorting out a few things. I've got the Liverpool highlights on here. Last time I checked, Liverpool were 2-0 up at halftime, but I switched the game off. I said, nah, I can't continue to watch them lose. It was a hate watch on my part. I can't even say I wanted Spurs to lose so that United can try and get, I don't know, fifth spot or something like that, So, excuse me. I wanted Spurs to win, but then unfortunately, Spurs did what they do best. They bottled it. They bottled it and they got beaten 4-2. And apparently at some point they were 4-0 down. This Ange Postecoglou guy, Ange Postecoglou, people have been telling me, yeah, Spurs have got a top manager, but to be fair, he's a good manager. I'm not gonna lie, he's a good manager. I definitely take him at United. I'd take him at United tomorrow. But anyways, where do I start? Do I start with the Liverpool and Tottenham game, or do I start with things a bit too bright? Let me adjust the brightness a bit. Yeah, it's a bit better. Yeah, it's a bit better. So yeah, I don't know. Do I start? Sorry, for those who don't know, I've got flu, so my throat is killing me right now, and yeah, you can tell from my voice that I'm not okay. But anyways, I'll try and soldier on through the live stream, and yeah. Anyways, everyone who's currently live right now, please hit the like button. Let's get those like buttons up. We've got a few people on live right now watching the live, so click the like button. And for those who can, maybe share with some other people. Maybe they can also join the live. Let's get more people live, and let's also get the like numbers up. So yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me. Like I said, I've got flu, so yeah. So anyway, please just let me know in the chat. How's the sound? How is the sound? Is it okay? I realized with my last live, when I was watching it back after the game, ooh, what a hit from Harvey Elliott. I've got the Liverpool highlights on right now as we speak. I didn't see the goals because after 2-0 at halftime, I said, nah, screw it. I turned it off. I said, I'm not watching anymore. What's a goal from Elliott? Ooh. This guy is so good, man. Harvey Elliott. Anyways, since we've got the Liverpool game on and right now as we speak, I may as well start. Is it not making the an annoying sound? Because I realized with the last live, when I watched it back afterwards, it was making like a very annoying sound. So please just let me know. So far I'm seeing guys are saying it's okay on your side, it's proper. So if it does start being, I don't know, like it's that annoying sound, just let me know so I can maybe adjust it or something. Maybe it was because I had the phone on the charger, I don't know. But yeah, just let me know. Anyways, I'm gonna start with the Liverpool game. Everybody knows I hate Liverpool by now. Excuse me, everybody knows that. I wanted them to lose. I wanted Spurs to win. Spurs have been losing what? This is their fourth loss in a row now, and apparently they wanna. Before this game, they had considered 9 goals in the last 3 Premier League games, because they got beaten 3-2 by Arsenal. They got beaten. Excuse me. They got beaten by who is it? Is it Chelsea? I think Chelsea hit them. Is it 3-0 or something? What was the result? Someone in the chat will tell me, I'm sure, but I forgot. But I know basically Spurs had considered 9 games in their last 3 Premier League games. So today they've been beaten 4-2 rather. So that means they've now considered what? 13 goals in the last 4 games. That's not looking good. It's not looking good. Big Ange is very lucky it's his first season, because I feel like if it wasn't his first season, there'd be a few teams, there'd be a few Spurs fans who would want him out, because they'd be saying, what's the point of playing this high line, playing good football, but you keep conceding goal after goal after goal after goal every week, So, like I said, he's lucky it's his first season. And to be fair, the guy has shown he's a good coach. He's a good manager, So he does deserve a second chance or a second season at Spurs rather. So I don't think they're going to be sacking him anytime soon. But the disappointing thing for me is I see GVNC ask which team do I support? Man United, my G. I support Man United. We're rubbish. I know. We've literally been leapfrogged on the league table by Chelsea now. We're 8th. And if I'm probably gonna lose tomorrow, so it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. I say Juju says high line for life, mate. That's big Ange. That's big Ange. That's big Ange. Hopefully he keeps on losing. Hopefully he keeps on losing. But to be fair, I'd hoped that he would beat what you call Man City in the is it the next game? I think it is the next game. Is it? My other phone is in the charger, so I can't really tell. But anyways, I think they I know for a fact they still have Man City to come, and I think it's at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So my only hope right now, as a Man United fan, I don't want to see City do the 4P. I don't care about Man City, but there's levels, guys. You can't have City doing the 4P. That would just literally confirm that this league is a farmers league. People who watch the Premier League like to Can you guys hear me now? I think it was my Bluetooth. Can you hear me now? Is it sorted? Is it sorted? I just switched off the. It's sorted now, ne? I'm seeing GVNC says yeah. Can you guys also let me know? Is it GVNC only who can hear me, or can you guys also hear me? Are we good? Are we not? Let me know. It's all right. Okay, so it's good, ne? I see. Okay. I see people are saying it's good. Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna repeat what I was saying. So what I was saying is people have this tendency of calling the Premier League the proper league, and then they say, the Ligue 1, Bundesliga, Serie A, La Liga. They all say they are the farmers' league, but the Premier League is the farmers' league if you think about it. As I was saying, the Champions League started this season. Man United, Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal, 4 clubs. None of them managed to get to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Moving on to the Europa, West Ham, they didn't make it out to the semi-finals. What are they called? Aston Villa, they got knocked out. Oh, Aston Villa are the only side actually who are left in Europe. But guess what? That has led to the Bundesliga and is it La Liga. They get 5 spots in the Champions League for next season rather, whilst the Premier League only gets 4 slots because we got knocked out of all European competitions except for Aston Villa. And as I speak, Aston Villa lost their game. Excuse me. Aston Villa lost their game, so that means that second leg, if Villa lose, no English team will have reached the finals of any European competitions. Whereas teams from Germany are performing, teams from Spain are performing, teams from Italy, all those countries, they're doing well for themselves. So the question here is, are we the Farmers League? So hence I'm saying we cannot have another season whereby Man City goes on to win the league. You get what I'm saying? Imagine if City do the 4P. No, I'm not just saying this is a Man United. Of course, I don't want them to win it, but usually when Man City win, I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. It's City, bro. They're not good. I don't care. They're a small club. They can do what they want. But I have to be honest. They keep winning every day. They won their first Champions League last season. They did the treble. They equaled our record. We were the only English side, as far as I know, who had done a treble including the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. They equaled our record. They've got their own records. The Centurions, they won the league with 100 points. I think the other season they scored more than 100 goals, if I'm not mistaken. They've got their own records, So City are coming. So we can't have them win a fourth league title in a row. I know Pep is proper, he's a genius, but guys, come on now. Arsenal should take it. I know it's shameless on my part, and I don't like Arsenal fans because they're very loud and they all over Twitter and always making noise. But to be honest, this time I'd rather I'll just have to bear with the Arsenal fans. If it means I have to mute them on Twitter, so be it. If it means I have to mute the words Arsenal on my Twitter or I mean on my phone, I don't really have much. I think I've probably got only 2 or 3 Arsenal fans, so and they all right. So for me, I'd rather Arsenal win the league. But now we're relying on Spurs to do us all a favor. We need Spurs to go and either get a draw or beat Man City. Then, wait, Juju, which team do you support? You hate. I've got a fan. You support Chelsea because anyone who doesn't want Arsenal to win the league either supports Liverpool or Man City. It's either you're a City fan or an Arsenal fan. But anyways, I'd rather Arsenal win the league because I can't have Arsenal or Man City do the 4-peat. Excuse me. Because if City do the 4-peat, then like I said, it confirms the Premier League as the Farmers League. I mean, every day we have City winning the league. Because if they win it, I knew it. You're a Chelsea fan. I definitely knew it. But anyways, like I keep saying, for the same reason, Arsenal cannot win the league. Or rather, Man City cannot win the league. Now, to be fair to Arsenal, last season when it got to this stage, they crumbled. They crumbled and we all said, yeah, same old Arsenal, bottle jobs. When it matters most, they crumble, they crash, all the typical stuff we always say about Arsenal. But to be fair to them, this season they've looked like a different beast. They've definitely looked like a different beast. Yes, I know they've been knocked out of all competitions. But to be fair to them, it was their first year in the Champions League, I think in about 7 or 8 years this season. But they still managed to reach the quarterfinals. Granted, they got knocked out by a really, for me, according to me, Bayern Munich, they're rubbish, man. They're weak. I don't care what anyone says. This current Bayern Munich side is the worst Bayern Munich side that I've actually grown up watching, and I've been watching soccer for quite some time now. But Bayern Munich, or rather this current Bayern Munich side, is the worst Bayern Munich side I've ever seen. Currently, it's just like Chelsea. I grew up in a time when Chelsea were good. We were going toe-to-toe for league titles with Chelsea against Jose, the likes of Carlo Ancelotti. Even this guy, what's this guy? I forgot. Jose came back again, won the league. Antonio Conte. That's the Chelsea that I grew up knowing rather. Not this Chelsea with Mudryk, what's this guy's name? Sterling, these rubbish guys. Disasi at the back. I grew up watching Chelsea had John Terry at the back, William Carvalho, William Gallas. Proper defenders, bro. Proper players. Petr Cech in goal. Midfield, Michael Ballack, Michael Essien, Frank Lampard. Proper Chelsea. But like I said, I guess football is a cycle, to be fair. So you can't be winning every day. Just as Man United fans have seen, we've had, 10 years of nothing? The last time Man United won a Champions League was 15 years ago. 15 years ago, no Champions League. Soon to be 11 years without a Premier League. We need change. We drastically need change, So just to take it back to Spurs, the reason I was banking so much on Spurs to do something today against Liverpool is I wanted them to take a bit of momentum going into the Man City game. Now, I'm not sure if the City versus Spurs game is the one directly after or if it's a few weeks down the line. But I think it's the next game, if I'm not mistaken. No. Man City Spurs have got Burnley, then they've got Man City. Yes, I remember now because of FPL. It's a double game week 37. But anyway, Spurs have got Burnley first, next, then they've got Man City. So maybe Spurs are going to beat Burnley, then that'll help them get some momentum, and then they can go into the City game with a bit of confidence. So I know there's a few City fans in the chat who are probably thinking, what a hater. Of course I'm a hater, I'm a United fan, guys. You guys have been, like I always said, I've never felt any pain when Man City win. I'm genuinely not trying to be funny. I've not felt pain. The only team which proper gets to me is Liverpool. These are my rivals. Those are my proper rivals. You talk about Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea because I grew up going toe-to-toe with Chelsea. Arsenal, well, in my era, rather, I didn't really see Arsenal good. By the time I started watching football, Wenger was on the decline and he was rubbish. You know, Arsenal fans were calling for his head. And then Spurs have always just been Spursy, man. There's no point talking about Spurs. But one thing I know about Spurs is when it comes to Man City, they're their bogey team. You know how a team can be so good, right? But they always have that one team which always beats them. Like I think in the last 6 times, last 6 Premier League games that Spurs have played Man City, Spurs have either won or draw. They don't lose to Man City. They don't lose to Man. It's quite rare. Even if Spurs are poor or not in good form, they always seem to find a way. Whether it's Postecoglou as a manager, whether it's Conte, whether it's Nuno Espirito Santos, whether it's Jose, they just find a way against Man City, you know. But anyways, let's move it on from Spurs. Let me go through a few of the chats. There's a lot of chats that I haven't responded to. Okay, sound check. Which Premier League team do I support? I already said Man United. High line for life, mate. Definitely high line for life. Spurs are useless, man. But hopefully they do the things against City. No voice. Okay, I saw that. We can't hear you. Something wrong with the audio. No sound. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Juju said it's better for Man City to win the league 10 times in a row than for Arsenal to win it once. Oh my God. I can sense the hate in your heart for Arsenal. I get it. I respect it. That's how I feel about Liverpool. Like, I would rather have City win it 100 times in a row than for Liverpool to win it. Nah, but that's a bit much. But you get my point, man. Like, City can't win the game. I know you hate Arsenal, but bro, for the good of the league, let's not do this Farmers League thing, bro. Let's let someone else take it. Arteta, he's annoying as fuck. It's very annoying, but let him win the league, please. Debe says, it's all good now, all good. And then Nkululego says, indeed, City is a small team. No pain whenever they win because oil money works well for them. City will retain it. Excuse me. I don't think so. I think the only time I will concede defeat is if Man City beat. I think they've got is it Brighton. I don't know who they've got. Then they've got Spurs. So if Man City win their next 2 games, then the last game is against West Ham at home at the Etihad. You've just seen how shit West Ham at. They just got beaten 5-0 by Chelsea. We literally just saw them a few hours ago. They got beat 5. I'm not saying taking anything away from Chelsea. They played well. They deserved the win. But we've all seen how rubbish West Ham are. But yeah, you're saying City will retain it. I don't think so. I think honestly, and I know I sound crazy given the fact that Spurs are losing 4-2, 3-0, all of those big defeats every day. But I'm telling you, Spurs have got something for Man City. I'm telling you. We will get back to this chat. I'm gonna go live after that game and we'll continue this conversation. But anyways, let me go for the next one. Bro, Arsenal cannot win the league. Arsenal have to win the league, bro. They have to win the league. Angola Lagos is a small team. Yes, Chelsea. Chelsea all the way. Okay, so I've got a lot of Chelsea fans in the chat. I think we must move on to Chelsea. Let me just finish going through the chats. I second Juju because we can't stand the noise of Arsenal fans. They deserve the FA Cup. They're not even in the FA Cup, bro. They're going for the league title, man. People need to put respect on Arteta. I've been his biggest critic in the sense that whenever it's crunch time, he seems to crumble. Every single time when it matters and Arsenal need to perform to win or something, a big game, they just fall apart. So for once, I know they had a bit of a blip when they got knocked out by flipping Bayern. They lost to Aston Villa at home. It was looking shaky, but they're back. You know, they're back now. They're destroying teams. They got Declan Rice. Between Rice and Palmer, one of them is definitely signing of the summer. I don't know who. You guys can decide in the chat. In fact, let me know in the chat, who do you think is the signing of the summer? Is it Declan Rice or is it Cole Palmer? Because for me, I can't decide. If you asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd say definitely Cole Palmer because he's been outstanding. Very, very good, carrying Chelsea on his back. But anyways, let me go through the rest of the comments. Also, for everyone in the chat, please drop a like if you haven't already. Like the video, man. Please like the video. Let's get those like numbers up. Debe says, Chelsea have always been good. The likes of Zola, RDM. Is it Roberto Di Matteo? I think I'm right in Roberto Di Matteo in RDM. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chelsea have always been a good side. So when I see people or Chelsea fans trying to talk to me about this Chelsea side, the current one, I'm like, guys, come on, what's going on here? You guys know. You watched Mikhail Ballack, Frank Lampard, you're probably your greatest ever player. Now you want to tell me about these Gallagher. I know Gallagher's playing well, don't get me wrong, but I'm talking about levels, guys. Proper levels. JT, the captain. Now your captain is Gallagher or Enzo Fernandez. Please, bro. Please. But anyways, let me finish the rest of the comments, then we can move on to Chelsea properly. Trinity says, I just arrived. What's this non-top 5 supporter on about? Hey, this guy, you see Trinity. This is another thing about Chelsea fans. They're just like Arsenal fans. Very annoying, very loud, but I guess I can't, how do I put it? Oh, he retracted. He didn't actually. Chelsea fans are loud, man. It's something I've gotten used to it, but I think it's also, when it comes to Man United, it's this thing whereby I think that slip. You know how we ridicule Steven Gerrard for slipping, and against Chelsea, funny enough, he slipped and then he let Demba go 1-on-1 and scored and basically end Liverpool's title hopes. There's a certain skipper, Chelsea captain, number 26, John Terry, 2008 final. Is it 2008, 2009? I think 2009, 2008 actually. If I remember correctly, your greatest ever centre back, your greatest ever captain, JT. Where was it? Was it in Moscow? Yeah, it was in Moscow. I remember, I was still in high school. Your greatest ever captain, he slipped and he missed. The penalty, all he had to do was just tuck it into the back of the net and Chelsea would have been European champions. Guess what he did? He slipped. He slipped on his ass, he fell and he missed it. And guess what? We want him to win the Champions League. So hold that, you Chelsea fans. Anyways, a few more comments I gotta go through here. I'm not a City fan. Excuse me. I'm not a City fan, and there's no team that will stop City unless they were focusing on UCL, so they'll never fail. Trust me. Yeah, I get that, but I'm like I keep saying, and I see there's a lot more people joining the chat. Please like the video if you haven't already. Just like the video and keep the comments coming. Let's keep it interactive. Yes, like I keep saying, Spurs are Manchester City's bogey team. Trust me, they always, bro. I don't know how they do it. They just find a way, bro. Spurs could be 2-0 down at halftime at the Etihad, right? Everyone says it's done. Man City have won it. Second half, guess what? They come 2-1, 2-2, maybe even 3-2. Spurs just find a way against City. Now, granted, this is a new Spurs under Ange Postecoglou, but if I remember correctly, I think Spurs drew with them in the first leg if they didn't beat them. But I know for a fact Spurs didn't lose that game because Spurs haven't lost any of their last 6 games against City. So yeah, anyways, Tebe says, looks like Chelsea will finish above Man U this season. Hey, bro, I literally did a video, excuse me, after you guys beat, who did you just beat? Not today. You beat West Ham today. The game you won was against Tottenham. Check out the channel after the live. There's a video I made. It's about 6 minutes long, so it's not long. I literally said that Chelsea would finish in the top 6. And if you watch the video, I literally specified, I said, Man United are going to drop out. Because if you look at Man United's games, tomorrow night we've got Crystal Palace away from home. Palace are balling out of control, bro. I don't think they've lost a game, or maybe they've lost one of their last 4 or 5. But they're playing good football. The likes of Michael Olise, Eberechi Eze coming at us, Mateta. We're in trouble, bro. I don't see us getting anything tomorrow. But anyways, we've got Crystal Palace away. We've got Arsenal coming to Old Trafford. We're gonna lose that. So if we lose to Palace, we lose to Arsenal. We've got Brighton away on the final day of the season. We never win at Brighton. They always beat us. No matter how crap they are, when it comes to Man United, just like Spurs always beats Man City or draws, Brighton don't lose to us. I think the last time we beat Brighton was when maybe 4 years ago. That time when Bruno Fernandes scored his 110th minute penalty winner against them when they thought the game was over and there was all that drama. But yeah, that was the last time we beat them, about 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, anyway, moving it on. Chelsea have had a terrible season. Yes, Chelsea have definitely had a terrible season. And I see you guys are bonding over my misery here. Trinity says, Man U should be in the pits of hell every season. That's where the devils belong. Hey guys, you know what? We're in the mud. I can't lie. We're in the mud. You know what the worst thing is? I used to be able to defend myself by saying, look at Chelsea, they're shit. But now I can't even do that because Chelsea have leapfrogged us in the league. Chelsea are now sixth. If I'm not, are they seventh? Are they seventh? Newcastle are sixth. So the battle for that sixth spot, because I believe the top five is sorted. Top two, City, Arsenal. I have a feeling Arsenal are gonna win somehow. Don't ask me how I think. I think Spurs will beat or either draw. Remember, Spurs only need to draw against Man City because Arsenal have got a superior goal difference to Man City. So if Spurs draw against City, then guess what? It goes back in the hands of Arsenal. Arsenal can win the league on goal difference. So that's why I keep saying to you guys, Spurs have got something from me. We will come back to this video, I'm telling you. I might either look like a flipping moron or I'm going to look like a genius. But anyways, I'm telling you, Spurs will win. I'm seeing Ange on the TV here. I don't know what he's saying, but he looks dejected. This guy. He's the guy saying that Spurs don't need to be worried about the what you call, the set pieces, even though they keep conceding the set pieces week in, week out. I don't know if they conceded one today. I don't think so, because the first goal, Salah, there was a cross. What's his name? Emerson Royal didn't mark Salah. He scored. Second one, Robertson, I saw. Then there's a beautiful curler by Harvey Elliott. And then there's another header from Gakpo. So yeah, there were no set pieces today. But anyways, Spurs keep conceding rubbish goals. But anyways, I see Chelsea fans are saying United deserve to go to hell, basically. We should be at the bottom. And to be fair, I hear it. That's the energy I have for Liverpool. That's the energy I have for Chelsea. And as I was saying earlier on, I was able, in as much as United have been shit throughout the season, I was able to defend myself by saying, but look at Chelsea. Where's Chelsea? Chelsea are worse. Chelsea are 12th in the league. Chelsea are 13th. It got to win when Chelsea were 13th at some point in the league. Chelsea are 10th FC, 11th FC. But guess what? Chelsea are now above us. And like I said, I don't know when Man United are going to get in the next point in the league. I definitely don't think we're going to win any other game for the next 4 games. I don't know what's happening here with Romero and Emerson having an argument or what? I think they had an argument. My volume's off for copyright reasons. I'm gonna have to watch that back. But anyways, Chelsea were the guys I would use as a scare to basically deflect from my own team being poor. But now that they've gone above us, I can't use them as an excuse anymore. But anyways, let me go through the rest of the comments. I see David says at Trinity, the agreed mate. Man United have just been lucky. Bro, I always say there's no such thing as luck. Well, you can be lucky in a game or two, but at the end of the season, you finish where you deserve to be. The table does not lie. If your team is top of the Premier League right now, that's because they've been the best team in the league. If your team is 20th, that's because you've been the most rubbish team in the league. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, Ayan says, yeah, agree. Terrible season for Man United. Definitely a terrible season, my guy. We've been so bad. Wombambale. Mason Mount ain't talked about much. Hey, that's the guy that hurts me, man. I was calling him Money Mace. Like I didn't want flipping Mount. I didn't want him. I was like, what the hell is Ten Hag thinking? But I was like, you know what? Let me get behind the manager. Let me back this guy. He wants Mount. He knows what he's doing. I've seen him ball out at Arsenal. First season, he felt he couldn't really play the way he played at Arsenal. But second season, maybe he's looking for more technical players, techie ballers. Let me get behind it. I don't agree with the Mount signing, but I got behind it. Guess what? This nigga comes and is injured all season. All season, Mason Mount has been injured. So it's frustrating as a United fan. I can't lie. It's very frustrating. But anyways, I can't say anything about him. He's just been rubbish. Trinity says, Mucha dragged me on my birthday over football. I won't let him have peace. I'll support anyone playing against Man U. Hey, the game is the game, bro. The game is the game. When United lose, I know, bro, I get trolled, bro. The amount of context. I get rubbish from Arsenal fans. I've got about 2 or 3 on my chat. Then I've got a shitload of Chelsea fans on my contest. A lot of Chelsea fans. I've got a lot of Liverpool fans. And then the Man City ones, they started to concern me. There was like 2 or 3 confused guys before. But now it's like, City guys are there, bro. I think I've got close to 10 now. So hey, I'm getting cooked. Don't get it twisted. I'm getting cooked. In fact, to be honest, of late, it's gotten to a point where rival fans don't even cook me anymore because that's how rubbish my team is. When your team is so bad that no one even trolls you anymore. Like Chelsea. Chelsea fans must be honest. I've got to a point where I didn't even cook them anymore. I just keep quiet. Only now did I start to see, hey, Chelsea are coming back. They'd lose, then I'd be on Chelsea fans next because I was like, yeah, let me make the most of it. But yeah, no, Chelsea, I get cooked. I know tomorrow when we lose to Palace, because we are going to lose, if we don't lose, maybe we'll get a draw if we're lucky. But I know as soon as the game is done, or when the game is not even done yet, I'll be getting cooked on my WhatsApp. So I just have to take it because I give it, so I can take it. So I just have to accept that's one of those things, and we move. Caesar says, yes, you are a City fan, but no, 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 no. I cannot support City, bro. I cannot support City. I need Arsenal to win the league. Like, 10 Hag stays next season. Who says no? Me and I can't say it too. I speak for all Man United fans. That's unfair. Me and quite a large amount of friends. Not all of them, but I know there's quite a number of people who've had it with Ten Hag. He needs to go, man. The guy, he's not good enough. I tried. Anyone who knows me knows I was so excited when we got Ten Hag. I was like, we're finally getting a manager who plays good football. We're gonna play attractive football. We'll keep the ball, possession base. We're gonna get technical players. Then I see this guy going to get guys like Casemiro. I'm like, what? Okay, this is what it is. He brings guys like Amrabat. Amrabat, he is so bad. So bad. Talk less of that guy who claims to be from Brazil when he's actually from Peru. Anthony Dos Santos. Please. This is a guy who was coaching Mohamed Kudus and was benching Kudus for Anthony. Ten Hag was benching Kudus for Anthony. He made us go pay 100 million euros for Anthony, and West Ham went and paid 40 million for him. And I'm supposed to get behind such a manager. I'm sorry, I can't. So I definitely say no to Ten Hag staying. Ayan says Spurs will lose intentionally because Arsenal are second in the race. I get that, but you see this Postecoglou guy? He strikes me as someone with morals and self-respect. So he has to win. He at least for professional pride. At least get a draw, Spurs. You don't even have to win. Spurs don't even have to win. That's what people need to understand. Spurs don't even have to win that game. I just need them to get a draw against City. Then Arteta's taking the league. Because I know for a fact Arsenal are going to win every single game that's left. If people are saying, oh, Man United always going to be a difficult game for Arsenal. Are you mad? Have you seen how bad we are? Apparently now all our centre backs are injured. The only one that's fit is Flipping. Apparently even Maguire is injured. That means we're going to play with the centre back partnership of Johnny Evans, who's 38, and Casemiro. Zero pace. Zero. I'm not saying Kai Havertz is like the quickest player ever, but you can surely get away from those guys. If you play guys like Martinelli, Saka, we're in trouble. They're going to cook us. They are going to cook us. It's not going to be pretty. I'm telling you guys, it's not going to be pretty at all. It's not going to be pretty at all. But anyways, Ayan says Ten Hag deserves one more season. Just one. Okay, let me get this straight. I'm a firm believer that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, right? And that's fine by me. But for starters, I need to know, Ayan, do you support United? Do you support United or do you support a different club? And if you support Man United, you don't have to write a paragraph. You can just give me 3 bullet points. Your top 3 reasons why you feel Ten Hag must stay. That's all I ask for, Ayan. Kolanim Simango says, are you in South Africa, bruh? Yebo, I am in South Africa. Joburg, where you from, my G? Where you from? Let me know in the chat where you from. Next, Buddha says, you've been in trouble for the past... Bro, 5? Are you mad? We've been in trouble for 11 years now. It's definitely been more than 10. This is our 11th year of rubbish and trouble. You're talking about 5 years. 5 years, my G. 11 years. I've been seeing these mediocre trophies, your FA Cup, Carabao here and there, Europa. Bro, no Premier League title. I repeat, Man United have not won a Premier League title in 11 years. We have not won a Champions League title in 15 years. And you're telling me about 5 years. Bro, we've been in the mud. We've been in the mud, But anyways, let me see the next comment. Mateta is on fire. Mateta is absolutely cooking. He is cooking. He is definitely cooking. And like I said, him, Olise, who we're linked with, so hey, I'm happy about that. Michael Olise, that left foot, that boy is cold. I remember last season he was apparently very close to joining Chelsea. But what happened was apparently Crystal Palace reported Chelsea for some... I think they approached the player without talking to the club. So basically, Palace and the Premier League were able to intervene. Then, what's his name? Olise was able to stay at the club for one more season. But to be fair to Chelsea, when they failed to get Olise, they went and got Cole Palmer. So to be fair to them, it worked out just well. They've signed, for me, I already said Cole Palmer is my young player of the year. So Chelsea can have no complaints, really. Anyway, next comment. Kululego says, Man United need to get a coach with big football brains. How can a poor Chelsea finish above them while loaned Sancho to BVB, who might take them to the UCL final? So I blame management together with that stubborn coach. You're right, Kululego, bro. Because we let Jaden go, bro. I made a video on him. Was it yesterday? I think it's yesterday, right? Yeah, I made a video on Jaden last night. But so check it out if you haven't already checked it out. I basically stated that Ten Hag is watching Champions League at home from his sofa on the TV, whilst Jaden is actually playing the semi-finals. There's a chance Jaden might lead Borussia Dortmund to the final. Imagine if Jaden actually takes them to the final, but not only takes them to the final, but actually goes on to win the Champions League with BVB. Do you know how stupid Man United would look? Like, it would be, oh my God, in terms of, because I know they like the PR, Man United. So in terms of a PR, that would be a PR nightmare. Because Ten Hag's going to look so stupid. And he might actually have to apologize to Sancho. You know? So to be fair, in as much as I would love for Jaden to win it, I'd also like for Mbappe to win it. His last Champions League with PSG, I'd also like for him to win it. But at the same time, I'm a Madrid fan. So if you're asking me who should win it, I want Madrid to win it. So I've got three outcomes. Madrid could win it, I'll be happy. Sancho could win it, I'll be happy. Mbappe would win it, I'd be happy. But my preference would be for Madrid to win it, then Sancho, then PSG, in that order. Who's the other team? Bayern. I don't want Bayern to win it. I want Kane to continue without winning anything. I'm sorry, but I'm evil like that, I guess. I want Kane to continue not winning any trophies. The curse must continue. The Spurs curse he took to Bayern must continue with him. Anyway, Debe says, we can already hand the trophy over to Man City in my view. Ain't no way Spurs will beat City. They're shockingly poor. I hear you guys, but like I keep saying, and I feel like I've said it for 100 times. Trust me, please, you guys are on the chat here. Just Google there, head-to-head Man City v Spurs. In the Premier League, not Champions League or FA Cup, just the Premier. You will see what I'm talking about. Maybe because they had Kane, maybe. I don't know, but let's see what happens. But I still say Man City will either draw or lose to Spurs. The next one, question. Is the Prem really that great? When they seem to always come up short in Europe. Bro, is this a Trinity you joined a bit late? That's what I was addressing in the beginning of the video to say. The Premier League are in risk of being the actual Farmers League. You know, how can we let Man City win the league title 4 years in a row? How can we let them do a four-peat? It's never been done before. If they win to do a four-peat, Guardiola, I think that would be his what? Get 6 titles in 7 years? That's ridiculous, bro. That would define Farmers League. We always give the Bundesliga shit for saying, oh no, Bayern always win it every year. I know this season they didn't win it. Big up Xabi Alonso, by the way. But that's what's happening in the Premier League. It's always City. We need someone else. Give us another chance, man. I don't like Arsenal, but let them win it. Also, like I said, in Europe, we always come up short. The only English side that got to the semi-finals of any European competition this season is Aston Villa. And they're getting cooked. They lost the first leg, apparently. So there's a chance that by this, what is it? On Thursday, they get knocked out. That would mean that no English team has made it to the any European competition, neither the Champions League, Europa League, or the Conference League. So it says a lot. I already said that the Bundesliga got the 5th spot in the Champions League. They're gonna get 5 spots, and so did La Liga. They're getting 5 spots who are gonna qualify for the Champions League next season. So we might be the Farmers. Another thing, Erling Haaland looks like he's gonna get the Golden Boot back to back. He was in Germany for 2 years last time I checked. He never won Golden Boot. Of course, he was playing for Dortmund, so I understand. But I'm just saying. But anyways, let's move on. MLP fan says, hi, is this for kids? Just to know. No, it's not for kids. It's not for kids. There's a bit of PG-13. Let's put it that way. PG-13, and not for kids. It's not for kids. It's definitely not for kids. Goody says, Arsenal are winning it. Definitely. I hope they do, man. I hope they do. I'm tired of City winning it, like I've been saying. I need someone else. You know, we've had enough of this Pep Guardiola guy terrorizing us week in, week out. You know, ETH can't work with established players. Exactly. Ten Hag can only work with these youngsters. You give Ten Hag big players like Ronaldo, falls out with them. David De Gea falls out with them. At some point, I'm 100% sure no one can tell me otherwise. He fell out with Varane at some point. At some point, he fell out with, what's his name? Casemiro. He's definitely fallen out with Sancho. He apparently he had an argument with Anthony just about 2 weeks ago. Like, bro, he can't, man. Ten Hag wants these young boys, these 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. That's why you see him. They're the only ones. Because the problem with Ten Hag is he's got a very big ego. He thinks he's got the ego of a Jose Mourinho or a Pep Guardiola. The only thing you have in common is that you're both bald. That's it. You're not a good manager like him. You're not a good coach like him. People will tell me he was cooking in Ajax. Bro, he was playing in the Eredivisie. He was playing in the Eredivisie. He was playing against nonsense teams. The only time where I will give him proper props, that season when he went and cooked Juve, is at 4-0 away from home. And then I think he did the same to Madrid as well, with the Ajax team of De Ligt, De Jong, all those young kids, with Donny van de Beek. He came to United, didn't even use Donny van de Beek. Sent him out on loan. Ten Hag just can't work in the Premier League. I think he needs to leave, and the sooner he leaves, the better for my flipping club, because I'm tired of him. Anyways, sorry. Trinity, Nkululeko says, Trinity, when compared to other top European leagues, I don't rate the Premier League that high. It's just an entertaining league, hence a lot of players move to Spain in order to win European trophies. Big facts. Nkululeko is right. When it comes to European dominance, we all know it's usually Spain. Of late, the Premier League has started to win, to be fair to them. The last English Champions League winner, well, the current champions, Man City, they're English. And then before that, I believe it was Madrid. Then before that, it was Chelsea. Then before that, I think it was Madrid, if I'm not mistaken. So in the past 5-6 years, I know, not 6 years, maybe 7-8 years, I know there's been at least 3 English teams to win it. Liverpool have won it, Chelsea have won it, and City were the latest. So Liverpool, Liverpool have tried, not Liverpool, English teams have tried in Europe of late, to be fair to them. Even West Ham won the Conference League last summer. So the English sides have started to try, but historically, we don't really do well in European competitions. That's why you find the Spanish guys, they're the ones who dominate the most. I think they've got the most European trophies have been won by the Spanish teams. I mean, look at Madrid, literally the kings of Europe. The kings, 14 times. Number 15 is loading, by the way. Number 15 is loading. We're going to the Bernabeu on Wednesday. We're going to finish the job. We're knocking Bayern out and we'll be taking it. Anyways, I see Ntebe says, Man United versus Arsenal. United will be playing for pride only. There's no pride. There's no pride. There's none whatsoever. There is no pride whatsoever. Those players are a disgrace, and so is the manager. Those guys don't respect themselves, neither the players nor the manager. And besides them not having any professional pride, they're just not good enough. These are bang average footballers who know nothing. Trust me, they are awful. Awful players, man. How we still have players like Wan Bissaka at Man United in 2024? Players like flipping Amrabat, Scott McTominay. Players like Eriksen, who's finished. Casemiro finished. Varane, I'm sorry, people like him, but he's finished. Evans, Lindelof. Luke Shaw, always injured. Martial, always injured. Anthony, rubbish. Bro, there's no pride. There's no pride. Charlie says Arsenal for life. Hey, I hate the Gunners, but for once, I'm on your side. So do your thing. Again, guys, I see the numbers keep on getting people logging, joining the chat. Please, if you haven't already, please like the video. Keep the comments coming. Let's keep it interactive. It helps with the algorithm. Moving it on. Ayan says, Ten Hag has been facing injuries. Is it really his fault yet? Okay. So, okay, and then the next comment he goes on to say, and even if we say Ten Hag goes, then the next manager would have the same problem. Okay, so the first part, you're saying Ten Hag has had injuries all season. You're very right, my brother. Very, very right. Ten Hag has had a lot of injuries. I know, I'm a United fan. Like right now, as we speak, apparently, I don't know how true it is, Rapeni Maguire is also injured. So our only fit centre back is Johnny Evans. 38-year-old Johnny Evans is the only fit centre back we have. So it means tomorrow night we might be playing Evans and Casemiro centre back. So I see that part. I see it. But we have to, this is where my issue comes. Look at a side like, I'm going to go Liverpool. When Salah's injured, Liverpool still play the same way. They still play the same attacking football, dominant football. They create chances. They press you. They high press. They squeeze the life out of you. They play the same way. Van Dijk gets injured, or Konate gets injured, Kwanzaa will go in. Matip will go in. Whoever will go, Joe Gomez. They play the same way. You get what I'm saying? So now, even if a team gets injuries, a team needs to have a proper style of play in which it allows them to play the same way, even if the players are injured. You get what I'm saying? You can't say because players are injured. I'm not saying play to the same level, but the style of play should be the same. Look at Tottenham. When they lost, they had injuries earlier on during the year, now in 2024. And had Emerson Royal and Ben Davies instead of Udogi and what's his name, Pedro Porro, his best fullbacks. Spurs are still playing the same way. When Madison got injured, they still played the same way. When Bentancur was injured, when Kulusevski was injured, when Bissouma was injured, they still played the same type of football. You get what I'm saying? That's when you know you've got a top coach. Yes, it might not be as good as with the first team, but the second team can come in and still play the same way. Literally, Klopp had so many injuries that he was playing kids against Chelsea in the final. He still won. Now, I'm not saying Ten Hag should be compared to Klopp. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying when you've got a good manager, he implements a proper style of play to an extent whereby even if your best players are injured, you're still going to play. If you're a team that's a possession-based tiki-taka like Man City, you're still playing tiki-taka even if your best players are injured. If you want to play high press, quick transitional football, you still play the same way. But now you want to tell me because we lose a few players, we can't play good football. No, guys. No. And my biggest reason why I want Ten Hag gone, to answer your question, is because we literally make every side look good. We played, is it Sheffield United? Did we beat them 2-1 or 3-1? Bro, Newcastle went and smashed them 5-0 the following game week. This is bottom of the league. We played Burnley. We couldn't beat Burnley. They're 19th. They're getting relegated. I think they lost their last game. Who was it against? I don't even know. But they against Man City. Okay, to be fair, they lost against City, the potential champions. But we make everyone look so good. Everyone looks better than us. We made flipping Coventry, who were in the championship. We made them look good. So when I say I want Ten Hag out, it's not because I have an agenda. It's because I want better football in my club. I want a manager who knows what he's doing. Enough of this nonsense whereby we're just grinding out results, play boring. We are literally, Ayan, please tell me if I'm wrong. Would you disagree if I said we are literally the worst coached team in England? In the first two divisions, at least. Let's not talk about League One and League Two. In the Premier League and the Champions League, not in the Champions League, Premier League and the Championship, Manchester United are the worst coached team in those two leagues. So I can't get behind Ten Hag, bro. Ten Hag has to go. As for you're saying if Ten Hag goes, the next manager will have the same problem. We're not gonna have the same problem. Ten Hag was asking the interview. If you haven't checked the video, I did a video on Ten Hag and Gary Neville's interview, whereby Neville asked him, why do you have so many injuries this season? Is it the training methods? Is it are the players not good enough? Are they not fit? What's going on? Ten Hag said it's bad luck. I mean, what rubbish is this, bro? In 2024, when we've got all the sports science, all Man United, $1 billion or £1 billion company or club, you try to tell me we can't hire the best in class when it comes to medical stuff? Come on, bro. Come on. Juju says, I'm from New York City, but there's a South African fan that has been trolling me since last year. Every other tweet starts with 10th FC, 11th FC, 12th FC, law. Hey, you can't blame him. That's what rivalry is about. It's banter, bro. I mean, think about it. If all of a sudden all rival fans started getting along and it's all buddy-buddy, it wouldn't be fun. I'm not saying start abusing people. Don't do that. But troll them. Cook them as much as you possibly can. If Arsenal win the league, for example, Chelsea fans are in trouble. You guys are going to have to hide in your houses or whatever. I don't know. Because Chelsea fans will be cooking you, especially the ones that are based in England. London in particular. Imagine every time you go out, you see an Arsenal fan telling you we're the champions of England. Chelsea are in the mud. You're in trouble. That's why I get why you guys don't want them to win the league. So, but yeah, you have been 10th FC, 11th FC, 12th FC. I think you've even been 13th at some point this season. So you've been getting cooked, rightfully so, just like Man United are getting cooked week in, week out. You see? Spuda says, Madam Man United is your club's second name. I thought you knew, Miss. Yeah, Men Mad. Yeah. How do I put it? We're rubbish, bro. I know. We just rubbish. We're rubbish, so I just have to accept such things. Hopefully we improved after we sacked Ten Hag. Juju says, Ten Hag is giving extra offering at church to make sure Sancho doesn't win it. Hey, that guy is clenching he's got his fingers crossed and his butt cheeks clenched. He is literally praying Sancho doesn't win because he will look like the biggest idiot ever if Sancho wins the Premier League. You see, Juju says, you got it wrong, bro. Every other top European league know their winner for this season except the Premier League. How are we the farmers again? We are the farmers because when it comes to that's why if you saw the question earlier, it says, are we the farmers because when it comes to Europe we don't do well? We're the farmers because when it comes to the European competitions, there's only one team in the semi-finals. One team. That's why we're the farmers. We're the farmers because for next season's we had a chance this season to get a fifth spot for the Premier League. For the Premier League, had a chance to get a fifth spot. So basically, the top 5 could have qualified for Champions League. We bottled it. Guess who got the fifth spot? Germany, Bundesliga, who we call Farmers League. La Liga, who some people call the Farmers League. They also got the fifth spot. That's why we're the farmers. We're the farmers because Aston Villa are one leg away from being knocked out, and we're gonna have no English team in any European final this season. That's why. But I do see your point to say that everyone else, the leagues have been wrapped up in other leagues in other countries except for England. I get that part. Arsenal will win, and Kulego says Arsenal will win all their remaining fixtures, and that goes to Man City as well. Spurs won't give City problems this time around without Kane. They gave them problems first time around. They didn't beat them. I'm not sure if Spurs won or they drew, but I know Spurs did not lose that game. So again, I keep saying Spurs only need a draw. If Spurs get a draw, Arsenal are champions. As long as Arsenal win the rest of the games, which they will. Anyways, moving on. Spuda says, Painchester to draw or win against Arsenal. Ask Liverpool. Ask Liverpool, they know. Bro, Arsenal are not Liverpool, bro. This Arsenal, this new one. I'm telling you. This new Arsenal are different. You know, before we used to call Arsenal spineless jelly babies. Always crumble when it matters. No backbone, no strength, no mental fortitude, no strength, nothing. This Arsenal is different. Week in, week out, we see them showing us. They went and spent £105 million on Declan Rice. We all said they're mad. How are you going to pay $100 million on a DM? Guess what he's doing? Him and Rodri have been the 2 best DMs in the league this season. None of this Caicedo nonsense, paying 115 for a guy. Well, to be fair to Caicedo, I rate him. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. He had a shaky start to the season, to be fair to him, but of late, he's starting to play well for Chelsea. Actually, when it goes back to Chelsea, this guy, Enzo Fernandez, has anyone noticed that since Enzo got injured and is undergoing surgery for the rest of the season, he's injured for the rest of the season, Chelsea are now cooking? Am I the only one who noticed that? Could Enzo be the hindrance? Because when you play Caicedo, and you play, what's this guy, Gallagher, and I don't know who their third midfielder was, but when you play that pivot of Gallagher and Caicedo, Chelsea seem to cook. They cook. They've been playing well. Chelsea aren't just winning whilst playing rubbish. They're actually playing good football. Now, Enzo's another one who I really, really rate. I like Enzo Fernandez. But, he's had a very poor season, eh? Very poor season. So, people need to ask themselves some questions. What's going on? If Enzo was at United, the scrutiny he would be getting is a lot more. He'd be getting cooked week in, week out. Especially for that price tag of his. He'd be getting cooked, but he's at Chelsea, so no one cares. I'm not trying to shade Chelsea fans, but it's the truth. Going back to Nkululego's comments, he's saying Spurs won't give City problems without Kane. They gave them problems first season around, bro. They gave them problems. So, like I said, they just need a draw. And then Spusiso was saying Spuda to draw, Manchester to draw against Arsenal. Ask Liverpool. Liverpool this season have just bottled it. I don't know what's happened. I think Klopp made a big mistake. When he announced that he was going to leave the club in Jan, I think in his mind he thought, you know what, if I announce it now, it's going to push my players. They're going to want to win the league from me. In fact, they're going to want to win the quadruple. Remember when we were getting told about the quadruple? Week in, week out, we're hearing quadruple this, quadruple that. Liverpool are definitely winning the quadruple. Ain't no quadruple, bro. We knocked them out of the FA Cup. Atalanta knocked them out of the flipping Europa. And then when it comes to Premier League, we derailed them again. We draw. Liverpool have not beaten us this season. 3 games we played them, they won none. And when we went to Anfield, we should have won that game against the run of play. Don't get me wrong, Liverpool were the better side. But we had the best chance of the game. It fell to that fool, Rasmus Højlund. Flipping shot straight to Alisson. That's why you need a gunman. A Haaland. He would have killed. We win the game. 1-0. But anyways, the fact that Liverpool won't win the league does put a smile to my face. I can't lie. The love I hate for the hate I have for Liverpool is honestly unhealthy at this point. It's very, very unhealthy. I hate that team with every fiber of my being. I cannot. I'd rather watch any team can win except for Liverpool. So the fact that they won't be winning the title this season, and Klopp is going to live with the mere Carabao Cup. Remember last season, there were a few Liverpool fans telling me, no, Ten Hag's season has been rubbish. Excuse me. It's not been impressive at all. Even though it's his first season, he's only won a mere Carabao Cup and finished 3rd. Guess what season Klopp is having on his final season? On his farewell tour, when he was supposed to leave with a quadruple, he's leaving in 3rd position with the mere Carabao Cup. They literally thought these guys were going to give him some proper send-off. I want to see a Liverpool parade in flipping Liverpool, in Merseyside, an open-top bus with the Carabao Cup. That's what I want to see. Let them bring it out. Let them be shameless enough to celebrate the Carabao Cup after they called it rubbish last season. Let them do that. You know, anyways, Ian says he actually agrees with me on that. Which point? I made a lot of points, my friend. Maybe you can clarify. Ian, you are a United fan, right? Just to confirm. I think you are, but I need confirmation. Are you a United fan? Are you a rival fan? And then we've got this idiot who's just joined the chat. Holy. Another Chelsea guy who's in my chat. This guy's been quiet all year, you know. All year he's been quiet. But of late he wants to cook me now. Like, for what? Why are you cooking me? You didn't want to talk before. You were quiet the whole time, Hoodie. You were very, very quiet all season. But now because Chelsea has gone above United, you want to start making noise. You know, Chelsea fans, you know, but hey, what can I say? The game is the game. I keep cooking other people, so it's only fair that I get cooked as well. But he says, I must say, watching you stress makes my life. Imagine. Cry more, my boy. We're above y'all now. Hey, Hoodie, don't laugh too soon, bro. Season ain't over. The season ain't over. And you know Chelsea, to be fair, I don't think you're going to lose any other game. You're going to win every game. You've got the likes of Bournemouth, who just got sacrificed by was it Man City or Arsenal? It's Arsenal last night. You've got West Ham. No, West Ham you just beat today, actually. Who else do we have? I think you've got Brighton. But you've got rubbish fixtures, basically. And I think you're going to win them all. So Chelsea will finish 6th for me. I think they'll even finish above Newcastle because in as much as Man United are rubbish, I think Newcastle, they'll keep winning, but they're going to fumble at some point. They might drop points. Maybe they might even drop points to us because they've got us, even though we're rubbish. Or maybe they'll probably win the games they need to win, but then they'll probably go slip up on the final day of the season somehow. But I definitely feel Chelsea will get top 6. Anyway, Chelsea fans, yeah, I'm crying. Like I said, cry more, we're above us. You're definitely above us, so nothing I can say. But here's a question for Chelsea fans. Are you guys poch in now? Woody in particular, are you poch in? Dewe, Trinity, Juju, are you guys poch in? I need to know. Are Chelsea fans, have they changed their mind? Are you guys backing Pochettino now? Because he's playing good football, and he looks like he's going to get you top 6. He's going to get Europa. He's going to play in the Europa League. So are you guys poch in? I need to know. Chelsea fans, tell me. Are you poch in? Do you still want him sacked? Do you want Tuchel back? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Let me read the rest of the comments. Arsenal's is different, so was Liverpool. Where's the quad right? Hey, Liverpool team, don't get me wrong, bro. I'm happy Liverpool have bottled it. I'm happy because I didn't want them to win every year. In fact, to be honest, like I said, my hatred for Liverpool is unhealthy. I don't want them to win anything. I don't even want them to win a Community Shield, which doesn't even count to official trophies. So even when they won the Carabao Cup, I was annoyed. I was annoyed at Chelsea because Chelsea should have, Chelsea actually. These Chelsea fans of the goal to come at me right now, telling me about you above me. You lost to Liverpool's kids. Klopp put his kids who are in high school, grade 9, grade 10 in that, and they beat you. High school kids who apparently had maths test the following day. They beat Chelsea in the final. But you want to talk to me? Please, bro. You guys actually let the country down. Klopp was supposed to leave England with no trophy on his final season. He was supposed to leave with 0 trophies, but you guys fucked up. Now, since you fucked up, Klopp is here. He's leaving with a trophy. High school kids. I even heard one of them that was in the bench who didn't even get onto bench. He's in grade 7, still in primary. So how are you losing to kids in primary? And yet you want to talk to me? Please. At least when we get humbled by City in the final, it will be against one of the best managers of all time, Pep Guardiola. So, yeah, I'll understand. We won't lose to kids. Debe says, we're not yet convinced with Poch at the moment. Okay, I hear that. Fair enough. But tell me, what does Pochettino need to do to get Chelsea fans on side? Like, even the rival fans, let me know. Do you guys want Poch to stay? Because I know if rival fans want your manager to stay, then it's rubbish. I see it with Ten Hag. Every rival fan says Man United must not sack Ten Hag. He's good enough. He'll turn things around. You just know he's rubbish. If rival fans want your manager to stay at your club, he's rubbish. Look at Pep now. No one wants Pep to stay. Klopp is gone. People are happy, right? Why? Because he was a good manager. Now, people are saying, when's Pep leaving? To show that he's terrorizing the league. So now, the fact that people are saying, no, Ten Hag must stay, it says it all. He's not been good enough. He's not been good enough. So Tebe says he's not convinced by Poch at the moment. So what does he need to do to convince you? Because let's be fair, the season is done for you guys. You guys are just playing to get at least top 6 so you can qualify for Europa and back in Europe. So if he wins, okay, let me ask this. If he wins 3-0 or 5-0, in fact, for the last 3 games in the league, are you guys going to be Poch in? Will that change your mind? Anyway, let me read the next comment. Hoodie says, definitely, bruv. He must stay unless we get Tuchel back. Yo, excuse me, guys. This flu's killing me. He says, we must stay unless we get Tuchel back, and that ain't happening, so keep the Argentine. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not even saying, I know it's a bit hypocritical of me. It was literally a minute ago I said, if a rival fan wants a manager to stay, then it usually means it's not good enough. At this point, I'm not even trying to be funny or anything, but I think Poch is decent. Pochettino has always worked well with young players. Look at his time at Spurs. He was the one who was managing the young guys like Dele Alli, when Harry Kane was still a young boy, Christian Eriksen was still young. They were all under Pochettino. He had the likes of what's this guy, Dembele, if you remember him. He had good players, man. And I know Spurs didn't win anything, but they actually at least played good football. So maybe even at Chelsea, I'm starting to see them play good football. So if I'm Chelsea fans, I'd give him one more chance. As for Tuchel, people are going to call me crazy because I'm saying I'm backing Poch over Tuchel. I honestly think Tuchel is one of the most overrated managers of all time. I mean, yes, he won the Champions League with Chelsea. Big up to him. Massive achievement. But the thing about the Champions League is you can be very lucky, eh? Excuse me. You can be very lucky in the sense that you could have an easy draw, an easy group stage, an easy draw until you get to the final. But to be fair to Chelsea, that season they beat Man City. Even though it was 1-0 through Kai Havertz, who they sold to Arsenal. I think Tuchel's football is not exciting. And for me as a Man United fan, I feel I've suffered enough. I've watched so much rubbish football for the past 10 years that I just want a manager who will come and play good football. Play some attractive football. Now, the only problem we have now is there aren't many great managers in the market available. The only one who seems to be available is Tuchel, who, if he came, I wouldn't be so pissed. But to be honest, I don't want Tuchel at my club. I don't want him. Now, if you ask me if I'd rather have Tuchel or keep Ten Hag, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Like I don't know. That's my answer. That's how much I don't want Tuchel at my club. I might even consider keeping Ten Hag. I don't know, but I definitely don't want Tuchel. But if he comes, I'll back him and see how he does. You know. But anyways, Hoodie says we don't hate him like you do, bruv. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about Tuchel? If you're talking about Tuchel, of course, Chelsea fans love Tuchel because he won you guys the Champions League. You know. But anyways, Buddha says Poch must stay. So as Baldy 10-10 is to get sacked immediately. We're losing tomorrow night, like I said. The best we can hope for is a draw. So I need Ten Hag out of my club ASAP. He needs to go. As for this bald guy, Pep Guardiola, he's literally on my screen right now. They've got the games playing in the background. I'm seeing Holland doing madness last night. But anyways, I need him to go. If there's one bald guy who needs to leave the Premier League, it's flipping Guardiola. Bro, we get it, bro. You're one of the best. You've won everything. We're tired. It's fine. We accept you, one of the GOATs. Please just I think he's got one more year left in his contract at Man City. When you do your one more year next season, but after next season, please, bro, just go. Like it's fine. It's okay. We admit you're one of the GOATs. You top 3 the men in the world ever. Because like for me, I don't know, maybe people who you guys let me know in the chat, who do you think is your top 3 managers of all time? In no particular order. You can just give me your top 3 managers of all time. For me, I've got Sir Alex, I've got Pep, and I've got Don Carlo. Don Carlo Ancelotti. Those are my top 3. It's Pep, Sir Alex Ferguson, Pep, and Carlo Ancelotti. As for the order, it's tricky. It's tricky. Carlo's got the most Champions League. I think he's got 4. And if he wins the 15th one now with Madrid, he'll have 5. Sir Alex at 13 league titles. What's his name? Pep just keeps on winning league after league after league after league. He's just made the Premier League look like a flipping farmers league. So we've got quite a few good managers in history. You know, we've got quite a few. And if I'm being honest, Pep for me is very, very close to being the GOAT. I don't think he's the GOAT just as yet. But I genuinely think Pep is proper. Let me go through the comments here. Let me see. David says we need a good run of games and get us back into Europe. Then maybe I will be convinced. You're definitely getting Europe, and trust me. Whether it's the the Europa or the conference, you'll get one of them. I think you'll get the Europa. I think you'll finish 6th, which will get you the Europa. And then Newcastle might get 7th, which will get them the Conference League. So you'll definitely get that. Maybe he'll convince you through that. Smuda says we need him to play. We need him to top Sir Alex after 4 pit. He's number 1. Yeah, that's the thing. He can't. No. You can't. No. You can't be number 1 just because he gets the 4 pit. You can't. Pep for me needs at least another Champions League or 2. You know, he needs at least another Champions League or 2. And if he does do the 4P, then it's a strong argument, but I don't think he's automatically the GOAT. You know, there's guys like Don Carlo. Don't forget about them as well. Don't forget about Sir Alex. But yeah, I think if he gets the 4P and maybe next season wins. In fact, if Pep wins at 5, if he wins it this season, it makes it a 4, and then next season wins it again, it makes it 5, maybe even gets a Champions League. Then I don't think anyone can argue. He has to be. He has to, because already he's right up there. That's why I said in no particular. I can't get the order right when it comes to the top 3. I just know it's Alex, Pep, and Carlo Ancelotti. So you can make an argument for any one manager, and I wouldn't really argue, if I'm being honest. So, anyways, let me go through the rest of the comments. Biggie says, Pep, Carlo, and Sir Alex, you know ball, my G, you know ball. Sir Alex, Carlo, and Pep, those are the top 3. So, as for order, yeah, like I said, that one is a personal one. You know, you can make a case for each one. You can make a case for Don Carlo and say he's won the most Champions League out of all of them. You can make a case for Sir Alex and say he's won the most league titles. You can make a case for Pep and say he's dominated around Europe. So you can make a case for everyone. Patochezo Mabogo says Jeff Butler is The local GOAT. Who's Jeff Butler, bro? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but who's Jeff Butler? Is he a manager is he a footballing coach, or is it a different sport, or what? Like, is it a soccer coach, or what's going on? Jeff Butler. I don't think I know him, but to be fair, I don't watch the PSL or what it's now called the DSTV Premiership. I don't watch it. The other day I went to watch Sundowns versus Sekhukhune. Our league is not good enough, guys. The league here in SA is not good. The levels are too poor, they're too low. So I don't know much about local football, to be honest. Excuse me. Debe says, what about Zidane? Zidane is proper. My only problem with Zidane is one. He refuses to challenge himself outside of Spain. I know you could say the same about Sir Alex Ferguson, but Sir Alex started in Scotland, and then he went and did like 26 years in England, in Man United. I understand that. Zidane only did like, what, 5 years? We can't give you the GOAT in 5 years. You got what I'm saying? It's like saying, you see how Kai Havertz scored the Champions League winner for Chelsea? He scored a very good goal, an important goal against Man City to win you guys the Champions League. Could you call him a legend? A Chelsea legend? I don't think so. He was only there for like, what, 2 seasons, if not 3? And he wasn't like ripping it up, but he scored a very important goal for the club. I don't know if that automatically makes him a legend. So I apply the same type of principle to Zidane. I don't think he coached for long enough. For you to be GOAT, at least have, I don't know, about 15 years as a manager, winning, or at least 10, let me not even say 15, 10 years. Give me 10 years as a manager and at least win more than 10 trophies. In fact, 10 is not enough, man, because many managers with more than 10. You should be approaching anything between 15 and 20 trophies. Then we can start to talk about you as GOAT. I know what he did. He's the only, I think, personally, the one I know, I've only seen Zidane win the treble, or the Champions League 3 years in a row. I get that. But, this throat. Excuse me. In as much as he won the Champions League 3 years in a row, I feel he hasn't done enough. He doesn't even have to come to the Premier League for me. Let him go to Italy, win the league there. Maybe go to Germany. Germany is not that competitive. At least Italy, they changed that champions. Let him also come to England. Prove himself. Look at Jose. Jose for me is top 5, but not top 3. It's not top 3. Because if you look at what Jose has done, I love Jose. Absolutely proper manager. World class. Of course, now Jose now is not the same, but absolutely top manager. But if we're being honest, guys, look at what Don Carlo has won. Look at what Pep has won. Look at what what's his name? So Alex has won. I know Jose probably he might have more trophies than Don Carlo. But for me, the argument from Don Carlo is the 4 Champions League. He's the one with the most Champions Leagues for all managers. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But for me, top 5, Jose definitely is in top 5. He's my number 4, if you ask me. Number 5, there's many managers who can fight for 5th spot. People can talk about Wenger. Some can talk about, I don't know, the guys like I didn't watch guys like Johan Cruyff, but apparently, I don't know if he was that good. But yeah, I'm only willing to talk about people I saw. I can't talk about guys I didn't see. So you can look at people like Jose, look at people like Wenger. Excuse me. Some might even want to talk about Klopp. I don't know, but I don't think Klopp is on that level. I don't. I know he's done a good thing at Dortmund and at Liverpool, but I don't think he's on the level of the likes of Pep, Sir Alex, Don Carlo, Jose. Those are proper football managers, But anyways, let me see the rest of the comments. Hudi says Pep, Jose, and Carlo, because they won with different teams. Very, very, very good. You're right, but you can't discard Sir Alex. You genuinely cannot discard. So Alex won 13 Premier League titles. Do you know how mad that is? 13 Premier League titles in 26 years. That's basically a league every second year. A league title every second year. You see what Pep is doing now? What Pep is doing is ridiculous. He's winning every year. So Alex won it every second year. So also, people forget Sir Alex won in Scotland. And when he came to United, apparently he had won the Cup Winners' Cup with Aberdeen. He beating Real Madrid in the final. That's why Man United went and hired Sir Alex. So put some respect on Sir Alex. He won in Scotland. He beat the likes of Madrid, and at the time Madrid were dominant. So there's that. Just like Jose, he beat. I think he beat Monaco at the time when he was at FC Porto. Excuse me. He beat AS Monaco. Made his name there. He was dominating in Portugal. Beat AS Monaco. Got the job. Moved to Chelsea. Became one of the GOATs as well. So for me, definitely Jose is in there. He's in my top 5. That's why I say there's like. To be honest, I think I have a top 4, which is like on a league of its own. And the number 5, yeah, you can debate that spot. But anyway, let me read what else you guys are saying. David says Jose's in my top 3. Again, it's fair enough. would you have because I think we can all agree Sir Alex and Pep are the top 2. Whichever you think is first, it's fine. Like it's personal. It's a personal preference, that one. So I wouldn't argue against or for either one. But I think when it comes to top 3, can we say between Jose? You guys let me know in the chat. Between Jose and Carlo Ancelotti, who's been the better manager? Carlo and Jose. Don Carlo and Jose. Who's been the better manager? The special one or Don Carlo? I don't know. You guys let me know. Buddha says I can. Number 1, it's Pep. Number 2, Pep. Number 3, Pep. Now you're just being biased, bro. I know you're a City fan, but come on, relax. Tebe says Jeff Butler was a Chiefs coach. Yeah, you see now. I only watched the PSL just when I was starting watch football. It was like for me for like a year or 2, and I said, nah, screw this. The quality is not good enough, so I couldn't watch it. And that was like what, 2005, 6, somewhere there. So you see, when I say I don't really know the managers who manage in South Africa, to be honest, like that's why I can't comment on them. I can't say they're great or they're not great, but I can comment on the standard of the football in South Africa. It's not good enough. It's so bad, so bad. But anyways, let me see. Lungi Satole says Jose, world-class manager. Like I said, I agree. But my only question is, when it comes to Jose, are you guys in agreement? Are you saying that Jose is better than Don Carlo? Are you saying that? And also, anyone who's in the chat, if you haven't liked the video already, please drop a like. Let's get the like numbers up. Lungisa, if you like the video already, please do. If you haven't already, Debe, please like. Beggy, like. Sbuda, Hoodie, all of you guys, please like the videos. What else? Debe says Ancelotti couldn't do anything in EPL. He won you guys a Premier League. He won a Premier League with Chelsea. Don Carlo won the Premier League with Chelsea. Don't get it twisted. He's your manager. He won the league, bro. So respect the guy. I think he won a league and an FA Cup. Hey, don't play with Don Carlo, bro. He only won 1 league. I get it. Jose won like, is it 4 or 3 with Chelsea? I think he won 3, if not 4. I think he won 3. Don Carlo won you guys a league. If I'm not, am I tripping? Am I wrong? Did he not win? I could have sworn Don Carlo won the Premier League with Chelsea. He did. The only time he didn't do so well was when he was at Everton. And we can all see Everton is poorly run. Look at where they are now, fighting relegation this season. To be fair to them, they had like 15 points docked off of them, which is unfair. But I'm glad Everton survived. They're not getting relegated, even though the Premier League tried by all means to sabotage them by taking 15 points off of them. You see? But yeah, Beji says, Don Carlo won a league. Won at least a league title in each of the top 5 leagues. Exactly. You see, Beggie's spitting facts. Don Carlo won in the top 5 leagues. He won with PSG in Ligue 1. He won it. In Italy, he won with AC Milan. In England, he won the league with Chelsea. In Spain, he won with flipping Madrid. In Germany, he won with Bayern. You have to put Don Carlo in the top 3, guys. You have to. I love Jose, but Don Carlo won everywhere. He has the most Champions League titles of all the managers we're talking about. He won the league. He's in all the top 5 leagues. Put some respect. Respect the man. Respect the man. Don Carlo is a proper legend, guys. A legend of the game. Buddha says the Don has been better. We can all agree on that. Yeah. Excuse me. The Don is, bro, I know people criticize him and they say the football is boring. And I can't lie. Sometimes as a Madrid fan, I'm a bit frustrated because I'm thinking, bro, we've got ballers, but our football isn't good. But guess what? Don Carlo will find a way to win. All the man has to do is raise his. I can't do it. He has to raise one eyebrow. Raise one eyebrow. All of a sudden, Vinny does a madness. If it's not Vinny, it's Rodrigo. If it's not Rodrigo, it's Jude. If the attack is having an off day, Federico Valverde comes out of nowhere with a proper strike. Chouamini can come up. Camavinga can come up. Bro, we are stacked. Our squad is so good. And we're adding Mbappe and Enric. Are you mad? Madrid, next season. Let me put it out there. Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund, and who's the other one? PSG. This is your last chance to win a flipping Champions League before we get the players we're about to get this summer. Because Madrid this summer are going to do a madness. Imagine adding Mbappe to that squad. You add Enric. There's rumors we might be adding Alphonso Davies at left back. That kid from France, Lemi Yoro, we might be adding him in defense. Bro, all these are young guys who are ballers. Madrid squad is about to cook. So if you're not a Madrid fan, I feel for you. Barcelona, you're still going to cry. Caesar, you're still going to cry. I know you're a Barca fan. You're still going to see flames, boy, because Madrid are going to be taking every single thing. We will be winning. Clean sweep. I know we had the Galacticos before and it didn't work. But what not Don Carlo, the president, Perez, what he's doing, the squad is building. Young players. When players get old, get rid. Sell to a useless club like United, give them Casemiro for 70 million pounds. How are you going to pay 70 million for a guy who's 29 years old? Varane, when he's there to see he's old now, he's finished. Sell him to United, 40 million. Bro. Then they go and replace them with the likes of Chouamini. They go get like a young Camavinga. They go get a Militao at the back. They go get a Rudiger. That's a proper model. That's how to run a club, bro. Have you seen the stadium? No stadium can talk to Madrid Stadium. Estadio Santiago Bernabeu. Barca fans know the truth. They might not want to admit it, but they know the truth. Madrid Stadium is superior. Madrid's players are superior. Madrid's manager is superior. We are superior. The biggest club in world football. Not in Spain, not in Europe, in the world. You can't talk to Real Madrid. You can't. You cannot talk to Real Madrid. You just can't do it. So, again, Madrid are about to do a madness, you know. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's not a situation where we sign all those players and it becomes, we start to fail. We're not winning anything. But anyways, the Don has done better. We can all agree. Yes, Buddha, I agree with you. I think Carlo, because he gets the best out of all players. Exactly. I don't rate Pep. Ooh, you don't rate Pep. You don't rate Pep. I don't rate Pep more than Jose because he's always gotten the big teams with established players. Look, you make a valid point, Hudi, because you see the thing. I agree with you, but I also disagree in the sense that people want to use the fact that what's his name, Pep coached Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Messi, Messi, all those guys, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Samuel Eto'o, Deco, Ronaldinho, Puyol, Piqué, Dani Alves, Abidal, all those guys, Victor Valdez, proper team, right? People want to use that as a stick to beat Pep. And I think it's unfair because the team, as far as I remember, I'm a Man United fan. Pep has given me nightmares in my life twice. He's not started now that he came to Man City to give me nightmares. No, he's been giving me nightmares. He beat us in the final. When we were on our prime, we were doing well. He beat us in 2 finals. We had our GOAT, Sir Alex. He beat us in 2 Champions League finals, Pep Guardiola. They were just walking around us, but tiki-taka. I think the other final, they beat us 3-1. It's the one where David Villa hit the long range. Messi hit the header, and he was running with his boot in his hand. He's in his hand. Samuel Eto'o hit it nice. Bro, 2 finals. Man United has 3 Champions League finals. We should have 5. But guess who stopped us? Pep Guardiola. He beat us in 2 finals. There's a meme of Sir Alex clenching his fist like this on his chair. If you know it, if you know, you know. There's a meme of Sir Alex clenching his fist. He was pissed. Pep Guardiola made him do that. That's my goat. That's my goat, Sir Alex. I rate him. But bro, you see Pep, a genius, bro. He was the guy who came through with tiki-taka. There's a reason why they say when you make an example of how good a team is, everyone says, for example, right? United played Burnley and Burnley dominated, right? And then you hear United fans saying that we made Burnley look like prime Barca. They don't say we made them look like prime Madrid, prime Bayern, prime City. No, they say prime Barca. Do you know which one is prime Barca? 2009 Barcelona. Busquets, Iniesta, Xavi. David Villa on the right, Samuel Eto'o through the middle, and on the left, who was it? Pedro was still coming up. He was a new kid on the block. Yeah, that makes me feel old, eh? Shit. I remember him making his debut. I think it was like, what, 17 or 18? Against us in the final. He got like, came on in the extra time, like 2 minutes to go, just to push time. Pep Guardiola was the manager of that team. He made them play like that. Yes, the players were great, but Pep Guardiola implemented that style of play. Yes, but Barcelona played good football. But guess what? Pep was the manager. He was behind the coach. The guy is a maniac. If you've got Twitter, there's a video of Pep. So I swear to God, every week I see a video of Pep Guardiola in the training ground, which makes me think, my God, I wish he was at United. He's actually, he's insane. He's like, football drives him crazy. He's obsessed. He just, the way in which there's a video of him literally doing puzzles, bro, I'm not a football player. I'm not a professional one anyways. But if I was a football player, if there's one manager they ask me who I want to play under, it's Pep. Before anyone, I want to play for Pep Guardiola. I do. Now, granted, there are certain players who don't fit his style, like Haaland. I honestly feel like Haaland has been wasted in Man City. Don't get me wrong. He's won a treble. I know it. Got back-to-back golden boots. But I feel if you had Erling Haaland and you put him in a Liverpool side, you put Erling Haaland in a that prime Liverpool side, the transitional one, the one with Salah and Mane, the one who just, you hit balls in behind and he can run in and take goals. That's the best Erling Haaland version ever. Not this one where he has to do tiki-taka, tiki. No, that's not Haaland. Haaland says, hit a through pass, let me go and I'll score. That's the Erling Haaland. That's the proper baller. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, he's on the City side, but I was saying, I feel like this one, I'm not going to finish. I'm just waxing lyrical about Pep Guardiola. Yes, anyway, the point I was trying to make, Huri, about Guardiola. If we're saying we can't rate Pep because he's had the best players in every league, right? Then we may as well not rate all the best managers. Excuse me. Because look at it this way. Sir Alex Ferguson, when he was winning the league titles, to be fair to Sir Alex, he didn't necessarily have the best squads, but he did have a lot of world-class players. There may have been other clubs with good. I know towards the end when he left the club, he was winning with guys who were washed and finished. That just goes to show how great he is. But he also did it with great players. And then you have someone like Klopp, who, excuse me, to be fair to Klopp, he's done it with inferior players. Like, he was doing it with players like flipping Harvey Elliott. He's challenging for the league title. I know he's bottled it. He's not going to win it this season. But he's going it with players, with Darwin Núñez, a useless striker. Luis Diaz. Yes, he's good, but he's not Mane. He's not Salah. He's doing it with the likes of this kid, Jerome Kwanzaa. Endo in midfield, McAllister. These are all decent players, but they're not world-class. They're not world beaters. So I get it. But the point I'm trying to make is we cannot say we discourage or we don't count the good guys because they didn't do it with good. They had good squads. Jose Mourinho had a world-class team. He had Rob Bennett at some point at Chelsea. He managed Eden Hazard. He managed Michael Essien, John Terry, Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, Joe Cole, Ashley Cole, William Gallas, what's his boy, Carvalho, Branislav Ivanovic, Petr Cech. All these great managers at some point have had world-class players. The same with Klopp. He's had Salah, he's had Mane, he's had Van Dijk, he's had Robertson, he's had Trent, a generational player, he's had Alisson. So every top manager, if you think about it, has had world-class players in their squad at some point. Hence, they've been able to go on and win trophy after trophy after trophy after trophy. You get what I'm saying? But I do get your argument, but I don't think we can use the stick to say Pep had best players, so we can't rate him. Because all the top managers have had good players at some point. You see? But anyways, Tebe says, oh yes, it was 14 years ago. I forgot about... Exactly. You see, Don Carlos been winning, bro. He's a top manager. I know he only won one league title with you guys, but he still won it. And I think he also won an FA Cup. Beggy says, stop attacking Barca. We are building. Give us 2 years. Bro, you guys have been building. You see, Madrid, we don't build. I saw a quote last night on Twitter where Don Carlos says, Madrid don't pay me to play, to give a chance to young players. They pay me to win games and trophies. I said, that's a gaffer right there. That's a proper manager. That's a manager who knows the mandate. The mandate in Madrid is simple. Win games, win trophies. That's all. Kids who are not ready, loan them. Send them out on loan. When he's ready, bring him back. That's Madrid. We don't have time to bring young kids through. We did it with Vinicius, to be fair, and Rodrigo. I mean, when Vinicius came, when he joined the team, I remember I was saying, this boy is shit. He's not good enough. He used to miss open chances. He would dribble, get to the final third of the pitch and do nonsense. If he's supposed to cross, he'll shoot. If he's supposed to shoot, he'll cross. He'd just do rubbish. Rodrigo at least was a bit better, but yeah, I think it's very few. With Madrid, we don't do this thing of bring the young kids, improve them. Only now we're starting to buy young kids, but even the young kids we're buying are top players. Like, look at the likes of Jude Bellingham, 22 goals, 10 assists in his first season at the age of 20. He's playing like he's 30, but he's only 20. Eduardo Camavinga, he won every trophy possible in football at the age of 20. He won the Champions League, La Liga, Super Cup, Supercopa de España, everything. Champions League, Europa, UEFA Super Cup, Club World Cup. Everything he won at the age of 20. Why? Because at Madrid. We've got the likes of Fede Valverde, Tchouameni. It's such a good squad. We win everything every year. So Barca, you're still going to see smoke, boys. You ain't winning nothing. But to be fair to you guys, I do rate Xavi. I know, I see people cook Xavi a lot. I don't understand. He literally won a league last season. Like literally last season, Xavi Hernandez won a league for Barcelona. So he's not that bad. People just like to cook him. I don't know why. But he's all right if you ask me. Spuda says, established players don't mean anything without proper management. Pep is godly. Tiki-taka is his game. Exactly. Excuse me. If it was simple as saying, get established world-class players and you win everything, Man United would win trophies every year. Well, not of late. But in the past decade, we've signed so many world-class players who've come and flopped at United. For example, look at it this way. We signed, excuse me, we signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We didn't win the top Premier League or Champions League. We signed, what's his name? Radamel Falcao, when he was in his prime, we didn't won nothing. Angel Di Maria won nothing. Paul Pogba, proper World Cup winner, proper midfielder, we won nothing. Who else did we sign? We brought back Ronaldo, won nothing. Like, United is at the epitome of that. Chelsea spent lots of money on many big name players of late, but they didn't really win anything with them. Arsenal, the same. They had the likes of Aubameyang. Playing well, won nothing. Alexis Sanchez won nothing. Mesut Ozil won nothing. Cesc Fabregas won nothing. So these things happen, man. It's part of football. As for Pep, his man management is top. I rate him. I really do. I don't like to admit it because he's a rival manager, but the truth is the truth. Pep Guardiola is one of the GOATs. He's top 2 for me. It's him and Sir Alex. For me, it's Pep and Sir Alex. As for the order, yeah, that's for you guys to decide. But then 3 and 4, you've got Don Carlo and Jose. Again, that order, you guys can also decide that one. But I could see an argument for each of them. I just think the fact that Don Carlo has done it in all countries and has the most Champions League titles, for me, makes him slightly just above Jose. Especially if he goes on and wins another Champions League. He's going to have 5 Champions Leagues. Proper gaffer. Proper coach. Anyways, let's see. Hudi says, Shucks, brah, he traumatized you so much that you even remember the celebrations. Bro, Barca ruined my childhood. You guys don't understand. I hated Barca growing up. I literally remember, and I can tell you now, Leo Messi, I don't know who does it. They dribble, hit a cross. Rio Ferdinand was the one marking Messi. Messi was behind him. Messi is 5'7". Rio's like 6'3". Messi outjumps him, hits the ball in the back of the net. He was still young. He literally had that little flowy hair. The boot falls off. He runs away with the blue boot. Yeah, Adidas. I remember. I can see it in my head. Look it up on YouTube when this thing is done. Go check the celebration Messi does when he scores to make it 2-0. Game over. Barca win the Champions League. I think they beat us 2-1 or if not 3-1 that game. Leo has been traumatizing me. But it is what it is. That was Rijkaard's team. No. It was the one before was Rijkaard's team. The team where he bought David Villa was brought to Barca by Pep. Henry was brought to Barca by Pep. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think Eto might have been signed by Rijkaard. You have a point. Xavi was definitely Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. Those, if I'm not mistaken, were Pep's players. Puyol might have been Rijkaard's team. What's his name? PK was signed from United, definitely signed by Pep. Dani Alves brought from Sevilla by Pep. Victor Valdez, I'm not sure. Abidal, I'm not sure. But half of those players, the important players, those were Pep's players, you see. So even if he did find them there, my point is he still had to implement the style of football. Barcelona already played possession-based football since the day of Johan Cruyff. But the guy who perfected the style and added his own little thing, tiki-taka, whatnot, is Pep Guardiola. So we can't necessarily take that away from him. You see what I'm saying? Becky says 2009-2011 Barca was the greatest team ever assembled. Ask Man U. Bro, that's what I'm saying. I have sleepless nights thinking about those bastards. We could have 5 Champions League titles, but we have 3. I told you, he made Sir Alex clench his fist like this. There's a meme on Twitter. His arm was this on the armrest. He's like this, pissed off that Pep is basically embarrassing him. David says Pep's just simply polished it up, but credit must go to Rijkaard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking anything from Rijkaard. I agree, Rijkaard was a proper manager, but he definitely polished it. You could have given any other manager and they'll go fumble those good players. You see, so we have to give credit to Pep. We can't just say no because he found the players there. Half the players Pep brought through, others he brought through from the academy, others he signed from other clubs in the Liga. So it was Pep's team, and some of the players were Rijkaard's team. But the guy who was coaching, even Rijkaard didn't have that much of an impact like Pep. I don't think anyone can argue. Rijkaard may have been good, but he didn't have an impact like Pep Guardiola on Barcelona. Hoodie says, and yet the 2009 Barca team won against Chelsea due to match fixing. Yeah, I mean, these things happen, bro. It's the game where I remember that one. Drogba was literally going, it's over. It's over. There's a meme where Drogba just like, it's over. We've been robbed. Literally, look it up. And bro, these games are here. There's a meme where Drogba. And I remember, it's not the one where Iniesta hits the volley. But somehow Chelsea were robbed. And Drogba goes, it's over. It's over. We've been robbed. I remember that game. They had to do, it wasn't match fixing. He just got dropped by the ref. Totally not PDF. Name a country for an edit. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm just going to say South Africa. I mean, it's an essay, so what are you going to edit? Do you want to edit my videos? If you want to edit my videos, hey, DM me. DM me. Deve says, at Hudisani, that was proper match fixing. Hey, Chelsea fans assembling. You see now, I still haven't healed. Still traumatized till this day when I think about that night. Yeah, I'm glad they sorted you guys. Spuda says, even PSG failed with world-class players. Exactly. Just because you have world-class players doesn't mean... before we even get to PSG, Madrid, the term the Galacticos comes from Don Perez. He signed flipping Beckham from United. He already had Luis Figo, I believe. He had Raul. He had Roberto Carlos. He had R9, the original Ronaldo. He had Guti. He had the likes of Michel Salgado. He had Casillas in goal. You see, I'm mentioning world class. He had Zidane. How dare I forget Zidane? Proper ballers. Proper ballers. If you watch that David Beckham Netflix show, it's about, I think it's about three episodes, if not 4. But in total, it's about 3 hours, 3.5. You should watch it. Beckham talks about how when Perez signed him, he brought him into his office. Flip, my battery's low. I'm soon gonna go. But anyways, what's his name? Beckham talks about how when Perez signed him for Madrid, he brought him into his office, and there was this big ass view. He shows him 4 towers in Spain, in Madrid. And he says he named the 4 towers after his biggest Galacticos. One was Ronaldo, R9. The other one was named after Zidane. The other one was named after Luis Figo. And the 4th one, since Beckham was the last one to join Madrid, he named it after him. He was part of the 4 Galacticos. Though that team didn't win anything. Believe me when I tell you, that team did not win anything. I'm telling you, a team that had Ronaldo, prime Ronaldo, R9, Raul, the original number 7 for Madrid, Roberto Carlos, Michel Salgado, Zidane. They won nothing. Casillas in goal, one of the best goalkeepers in history. They didn't win anything. You get what I'm saying? So you can have big players, but just because you have big players doesn't guarantee you success. If you don't get the right coach who can handle the egos and can actually coach, is typical, competent enough rather, to coach them and get them to play together, play for the team, play for each other, and actually win together, then you're wasting your time. So that's why I was pushing back to that narrative when Hoodie said that, but Pep has had the best players. Best players doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win everything, you know. But yeah, Buddha says even PSG failed. Exactly. PSG played with MSN. It's not even MSN. It was Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. So what? MMN or whatever. Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. They were calling them the best front three in the world. They won fuck all. I think even the first season, if I remember correctly, they didn't win the league. It's the year where Poch went, or is it the year before? I can't remember. But it's a year they didn't even win the league. Only the following season they won it. So great players don't guarantee success. You see, Temi Lee Stoffel says Cristiano, one of the goats. Zoo, one of the goats. Tebe says you guys give Pep too much credit. Tiki Taka was there before Pep was at Barca, and the players all came through the junior system before Pep came through. Facts, 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 facts. I hear you. I'm not saying Pep Guardiola signed all the players. Hence, I said half the players they were signed by Rijkaard, and others were given a chance in the first team by Pep. Someone like Messi, he came from La Masia. Messi was taken by Pep Guardiola from the youth setup, brought him into the first team, right? Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta. If memory serves me well, Pep took them from La Masia as well, all three of them. So he brought them into the team. He signed, I'm sure of this, he signed Dani Alves from Sevilla. He signed, I don't know, Victor Valdez came through La Masia. So I'm not sure if he was brought through by Rijkaard or by Pep, but either way, he came through La Masia. He went and signed players like Thierry Henry, players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Eto'o I think was already there. Who else? Players like that. So the reason why we give Pep credit is not because he had the greatest players. Yes, he had the greatest players. We get it. But even if you say he polished the tiki-taka was there before him. He still played it the best. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, it existed before Pep Guardiola, but he proper polished it and finessed, like, he perfected it. Tell me a manager who's influenced football more than Pep Guardiola. Think about it this way, right? Pep Guardiola, for example, look at the way the Premier League is played now, right? Who came up with the system of inverted fullbacks? Pep Guardiola. He was the one who we saw playing Cancelo as basically a midfielder instead of a proper fullback. He played Cancelo as an inverted fullback. Cancelo leaves the side. Guess what he does? He now inverts a fucking centre back into a midfielder. He takes John Stones, moves him from centre back to midfield. Guys are trying to copy that. They're trying to copy Pep Guardiola. Look at Arsenal, the way they play. Zinchenko's an inverted fullback. Arteta was under, what's his name? Under Pep. Now he's trying to play like Pep. It's taking him time. It's taking him 5 years to start playing like him proper. Funny enough, they've got the highlights are literally playing right now as we speak on the TV. But Arsenal play like, they try to emulate Man City. They literally do. The thing whereby when the football, when teams start from when you get a goal kick, the two centre backs split and the full backs move forward. Teams in lower leagues are trying to copy that. Who came up with that? Pep Guardiola. I don't think we give him too much praise. I'm a Man United fan. I have no reason to be giving Pep too much. It's not like I'm being biased. He's my own manager. He's never coached any of my teams. He's always managed my rivals. I'm a Madrid fan. He managed Barca. I'm a United fan. He managed City. But I must admit, the same way I don't like Messi, but hey, the guy was ridiculous. I have to admit it. You see, I'm a Ronaldo fan, but I have to admit Messi was doing his thing. So yes, you saying Messi came through Rijkaard. It's fine. Who still got the best out of him? Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola was the one who got the best out of him. Pep Guardiola was the one who got the best out of Iniesta. He got the best out of Xavi Hernandez. He got the best out of Busquets. He signed David Villa from Valencia. You see, like you can say whatever. The best footballing side I have personally seen with my own eyes. I'm not talking about teams that played in the 90s when when I was still a baby. A team that I actually saw myself with my own two eyes. I'm yet to see a team dominate football like that side. I'm yet to see that. I mean, even if you look at the way Spain won, when Spain went to won the Euros, the World Cup, and the Euros again, 3 trophies in a row under Vicente del Bosque, they were trying to emulate the Barca style, the prime Barca. They were playing like Barcelona played. This is a guy who's had an impact on football. Then you have people like Johan Cruyff. I never watched him because I wasn't even born when he was manager. But apparently he was good. He used to do the tiki taka as well. He influenced the way Ajax played and influenced the way Barca played. I never watched him, but I've heard of him. But I'm talking about the guys I've seen. Pep Guardiola is up there, bro. Right up there. But as for the GOAT, like I said, my top three, in no particular order, you got Sir Alex, Pep, and Don Carlo. Jose's fourth. The fifth one, debatable. Debatable. As for what else? I've talked about talked about the top 5 managers for me. But let me read the other comments. Usbuda says Barca used to play 90-minute tiki-taka under Pep. He polished and perfected the game and the way they play the football. Yeah, you're definitely biased because you're a Barca fan and a Man City fan, so I get it. But for me, if I was the Barca and Man City fan, then I would understand people saying I'm being biased. But I'm not. I'm a rival. He's literally never managed any team that I support. But I can admit, greatness is greatness. I mean, what he's doing at Man City, yes, he's had the best players. Yes, he's paid the most. He's bought guys, De Bruyne. He's bought the likes of John Stones. I remember it was a record. It was £50 million for a centre back at the time. He signed Raheem Sterling for about 50 from Liverpool. He signed what's his name, Kyle Walker for 50. I remember he's always at the best place. Don't get me wrong. He's been given the most money to spend, but he spent it wisely. He's gotten good players. Now, if you okay, Tebe says Cruyff introduced Tiki Taka. Yeah, but so you see, myself and the likes of Spuda, we were too young. I didn't even watch any game from Rijkaard. It was before my time. It was before. So yeah, I doubt even Spuda, he'd be lying if he said he watched it because I know he's my age. So we didn't watch. Maybe he's watched the highlights, but during the times of Frank Rijkaard, we weren't watching soccer. We weren't watching soccer, so you would know, Grootman. But yeah, maybe you have a point. Maybe he introduced it. Maybe Cruyff. I don't know. Maybe he. But what we're saying is based on what we saw in our time. I don't think there's been a manager who's played tiki taka better than Pep. You know. But yeah. Anyways. Yo, this live has been long. I think we did more than 1 hour 45, close to 1 hour 50 minutes. Yeah, that's the longest live I've ever done. So anyone who's in the chat, if you haven't already, please hit a like. Let's get those like numbers up, guys. But another thing, I'd like to thank everyone who's been here since the beginning of the stream, or even if you joined late and you're still here, thanks so much. I appreciate this, guys. This is helping the channel grow. It also helps with the algorithm. YouTube sees the comments. I think today, of all the live streams I've ever done, this is the most interactive stream I've ever done. And so I'm very thankful for you guys for that. I see you guys, your many comments. I can't even mention one by one because there's been more than 10 people just, commenting, which it helps, like I said, with the algorithm. So very grateful. As for Tebe, he's a big Madrid fan, so I understand why he doesn't like Pep. I understand that. I see Buddha says again, I would be lying. My brother, I took on Barca during Pep. Exactly. That's what I said. You're my age, so we can't talk about the likes of Cruyff and Rijkaard. We were not even here. We were not even here, But as I said, Dewe, thanks for the support. Thanks, Beggy, Caesar, Huri, Nkosi, all of you guys. Tell me, let me see. Totally not PDF. I named the country. I said SA. You said I should name a country for an edit. I don't know what that means. But I named SA. Who else did I not think? Let me go through. Lungatole, thanks for joining the live. Pathu Mabogo, Pegin Kosi, Hulita Karani, Sbuda, Ayan, Kulego Hatebe, Juju, everyone, Charlie, Trinity, MLP fan, Golani Msimango, everybody, Trinity, Umbambare, who else? Juju, I mentioned already. GVNCI, he's long gone. He's long gone. But yeah, everyone who joined the stream, Tanyani Nafare, Unati, Unarine, thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. I'm about to log off now, but again, like I said, thank you so much. I think I'll probably go live again next week, Sunday. So if you guys are free, let's do it again. Hopefully by then, we have a clearer idea. I think by Sunday, City are playing Chelsea on the... well, not Chelsea. They're playing Spurs on... oh no, I think it's on the 14th, so it's midweek, so we still won't know. But either way, let's do this again sometime next week on Sunday. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. And again, thanks for tuning in. So if you haven't already, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the channel. Let's grow the channel, Let's get more people to subscribe and all that good stuff. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much for joining the live, and I will see you guys soon. I'm out.